It's Michigan's year. The Revenge Tour. Chase Winovich, Shea Patterson, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Rashawn Gary. The defense. The offense. Harbaugh is finally going to do it. It's your year. Ooh. What happened? Or maybe more importantly, where do you go from here? Welcome to College Football Media. If you're new here, consider subscribing for in-depth college football content. Here we analyze teams, trends, and traditions all the way to logos, history, and predictions. Rashawn Gary, gone. Devin Bush, gone. Zach Gentry, gone. Chase Winovich, gone. The most promising season Michigan has seen in years, gone. Without the results that it promised. What kind of response does this create? Backlash, hopelessness, frustration, and disappointment. And frankly, a hot seat. Now, I don't think Jim Harbaugh's seat is too hot right now, but it could be. If last year was a must-win season, and now knowing the results, what does that make this year? Perhaps a dire win season. How can 2019 make up, or at least bring the attention away from 2018? Well, Michigan hired Jim Harbaugh to win games, compete with the best, become an elite program, and he's done all of that. But there's one thing that Jim Harbaugh hasn't accomplished just yet. Beat Ohio State. The Ohio State. Which has hindered them from a Big Ten championship, and his bowl record doesn't exactly help. In reality, the one thing that Michigan must do this season is beat Ohio State. And then there's also a conference championship, bowl win, and or a playoff berth. So then, can they win this season? Can they come back, make amends for their mishaps? The defense does lose a lot, including their emotional leader, Chase Winovich, who coined the phrase Revenge Tour for 2018. But Michigan's defense under Jim Harbaugh has been the most consistent and efficient phase of their game. They are one of the few teams that talent comes, they develop, and will most likely have a top 10 defense year in and year out. But now the offense gets interesting. For the first 3 years in Harbaugh's tenure, the offense was, well, less than impressive. They couldn't get a quarterback, and that really held them back as a team. But for 2018, Shea Patterson transferred from Ole Miss to Michigan, and they finally got their quarterback. But it didn't solve every problem. They had such a confusing offensive structure with Jim Harbaugh and Jim McElwain, they really weren't set up for success. But looking to 2019, Jim McElwain is out, and Josh Gaddis is in. And he is in complete control of his offense. He's worked under James Franklin's offenses at both Vanderbilt and Penn State. Then he spent 1 year to help Alabama create their first prolific offense. And now he has the keys to the maize and blue. And I believe it will be the best offense Michigan has seen in years. Shea Patterson with Donovan Peoples-Jones, Tariq Black, Nico Collins, running a similar style offense that Alabama utilized last year, that is a lethal combination. But the other side says, yes, but Michigan is always hyped and they always choke, which is a fair point, but there are some differences from years past. Within the Big Ten, Penn State is now without veteran quarterback Trace McSorley. Maryland is in a very difficult situation. Michigan State is always a roller coaster going up and down, but most significantly, really for the entire conference, Urban Meyer is not the head coach at Ohio State. To add to it, their Heisman finalist, Dwayne Haskins, is off to the NFL. Now, all of that doesn't necessarily forecast a decline, but it doesn't really forecast an improvement either. All it really does is leave Ohio State with uncertainty. They could be better, sure, but they could be worse. We simply just do not know. Justin Fields is transferring in, which is promising for the Buckeyes. And Ryan Day held his ground well as the acting head coach for the first 3 games of 2018, while Myers served his suspension. But the thing is, odds are that success declines when you lose an all-time great head coach. And that is what is promising for the rest of the Big Ten and for Michigan. So with all of this promise 2 years in a row, what if Jim Harbaugh doesn't get it done? What if he does lose to Ohio State again? Will he actually lose his job? Possibly. If he loses to Ryan Day's Ohio State team, then depending on the rest of the season, they could ask Jim Harbaugh to politely step down. Because in coaching, you have to beat your rival. You don't have to beat them every year, but you better get your share. So with everything being said, I think Michigan does get it done and will finally win the game. But what do you think? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. And the question of the day: if Michigan does lose to Ohio State next season, should they fire Jim Harbaugh? If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more college football content. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram. And again, thank you so much for watching College Football Media. Be goody now.